sort of linked to that, Martina, we've seen a huge amount of work done on credit rating, by credit rating agencies on ESG issues in the past, over the last 18 months in particular. All the main players have pretty much acquired some sort of bespoke ESG related business and data provider to kind of help build the business out. And in your particular case, data is central to your ratings, rankings, tools, and analysis work that you do. We hear often that data quality and quantity is the biggest barrier to investors using that information for capital allocation. Do you think this is still true? And if so, what needs to be done to fix it?
It's a very good question. So yes, we obviously were one of the organizations that had major or has major stakes in two of the more renowned providers, data providers in the space, one Vigeo Eiris for ESG assessments and opinions, and ultimately 427 for climate risk data and analyses. And up and foremost, it's fair to say that we have spent a lot of time now over the last 12 months around integration of information. You've probably seen we have done and undertaken joint efforts, especially with 427 up and foremost in this context of climate risk analyses, to create specific climate risk scorecards, etc. On the credit rating side, we have undertaken joint research. We have actually utilized 427's data, quantitative scenario analyses data for physical risk assessments, also for our own TCFD report that I highlighted a bit earlier, which was, by the way, selected this year by the TCFD Secretariat as a leading example case study for the new and upcoming report. But generally, and this is an observation that we all see in the market, there are inherent data biases and conundrums that remain. And these are up and foremost also linked to the levels and types of disclosures. They are linked to the sheer quantity of different type of standards and frameworks that are used for reporting. And hence, we are looking to this close alignment with key stakeholders in this space, such as CDSB and obviously SASB, TCFD and others that we have also selected and actually endorsed in some of the consultations most recently that we have supported in order, to provide that level of harmonization and standardization that's required. And then ultimately there is still a confusion as well in understanding which types of data is actually relevant and material for which type of reporting. And is this information and data, even by the, again, organizations, consistently displayed and reported across the different type of channels they use when we look at annual reports, integrated reports, sustainability reports, or other public filings in order to collate that information and harmonize it at a data collection level. So I think there are multiple challenges here. I bring them down again to standardization of information, comparability and consistency of information, and again, very often then the challenge to make a call for the different type of pieces of information to be utilized to create a harmonized approach that also entails forward-looking perspectives, especially when we are looking in the climate risk context at the different time horizons and the scenarios that are needed and involved to actually assess that information.